an attacking guide for rank on Chalet. Cliffside, I think everybody spawns there. Don't go there. There's no point. Going to the right also opens you up to another spawn peak. You know, this spawn peak, there's one spawn peak on the door. Sometimes the big window can also see you. Over here to the right, also exposed, obviously to big window. As soon as you approach a little bit closer, open to 1 and 2 more spawn peaks. If you want to go to the main door area, you go to the left and you go up the stairs. If you know that there's somebody spawn peeking main door, it's actually a fairly free kill. On helipad spawn, you shouldn't really climb the helipad. It's another very spawn peekable location out of that window. Usually, I first pre-aim for this jump out, then the second jump out is going to be out of library window. I'm pre-checking this window. If it's closed, I'm not going to run up, and I'm going to pre-aim for this window. You should... Then you can either go bar, you can go into black window, you can go. Be careful that when you're trying to cross to here, sometimes people are spawn peeking mud window as well, because they're trying to catch people running to the right. I don't recommend that. Spawn peek out of this window is very hard to counter if you're running. This window spawn peek is actually quite hard to evade, but then you're also open to the other window. When you run here, you open to the third window. I would call this a no-go area. If you want to mount those windows, you need to go up to the roof and then drop down. The campfire spawn, personally, I almost never spawn in here. Do not see much of a point. This boost is kind of useless because you just get spawn peeked out of solar. You don't really get anything in return for that. I also wouldn't really go down here unless you are confident that you can combat the spawn peak, but that spawn peak can also see you before you see them. If you do spawn campfire, you would usually go down. Obviously, careful for this spawn peak. That spawn peak usually doesn't peak that far down, and then you can rappel up or cross close, and then you can actually fight the spawn peak because you're coming out from an unexpected angle. I think the helipad spawn is one of the best spawns. That spawn is the second best, and that campfire spawn is usually not that good because if you're lurking, like everybody in rank is expecting you to come from that door or from this window, so don't really do it.